Hello. Hello. I am happy to be here with you today. We're talking about tip number 37 from Aletha Solter's book, Raising Drug-Free Kids. I'm T, your joyful parent guide and harmonizer. And yesterday we talked about tip 36, which is listen non-judgmentally to your child's problems. And that was the first tip in the chapter of ages 6 to 12. So today's tip is volunteer at your child's school. Now, I think this is a great tip for some reasons, but it wasn't obvious to me immediately, like, what does this have to do with raising drug-free kids? Because there's always the undercurrent and the reasoning that that Aletha has in this book of wanting to keep our kids away from drugs when they get older. And so what I'd like to do is illuminate that first and then talk about some details around this tip, because this tip can be a little triggery depending on how much we have going on and how busy we are, and it can feel like, oh my gosh, like one more thing, and I want to alleviate that for you. So I will get there. But first, let's just talk about the connection, the linkage between volunteering at your kid's school and cultivating an environment where your kid is resilient to the temptations of drugs. So the connection is essentially connection and belonging. And when kids have a very strong sense of connection and belonging, they're not typically looking for other ways to belong. They won't be as tempted. So I think that, I could do a lot more on that, but I think that that's all I'll say. That's the connection here, is the belonging, the feeling connected. So as your kid goes to school, 6 through 12, right? No matter what they were doing from 0 to 6, this is going to be a different routine. It's going to be maybe more time out of the house, maybe more time in one specific place, the school, versus maybe more of like a patchwork of some daycare, some babysitting, some grandma, grandpa, whatever. But it's going to be a new environment for your child, most likely. And what can really smooth that out for your child is knowing that you are somehow a part of that environment. Or, if you don't have time, many of us, most of us probably don't have time to volunteer like on a weekly basis or more. But what you can do is make sure you're on top of things that are going on for school or some just key events, and get creative. I remember one school that my kids went to, they would have like birthday celebrations. They would invite the parents to come in when they were little, like 6, 7, 8 kind of ages, to tell stories about the kid when they were younger, and maybe read a story to the kids or whatever. But whatever feels like it would be a delight to you to do for the school, whether it is, I don't know, volunteering for the PTA, running the PTA, volunteering for like some kind of a holiday celebration party that the classroom is going to have, or coming in to read a story, whatever it is that would feel fun to you, and not like so much of an imposition that it's going to stress you out or cause ripples of negative energy. Okay, so whatever feels like a delight, but your presence, the big point is that your presence at the school is going to validate the school for your child. And in more of an unconscious, a very powerful way, but a way that they probably won't be able to vocalize, okay, at least not at this age. It will also tend to reinforce the idea for your kid that it's somehow important that I'm here. Somehow some of the stuff that's going on here is important, and education is important. It can reinforce that. And it can also, and this is huge. This goes back to that first big reason. It can really reinforce for your child that you are interested in them and what they are doing when they are out of your sight and into the future. And that is the belonging and the connection. And it's only natural, right, that our kids are going to be spending less time with us as they get older. But this 6 to 10, 6 to 12 age range it's a unique range, because while they're not spending as much time with us as they did when they were younger, they also are not actively, like biologically, neurologically, sort of pushing away from us yet. That comes in adolescence. So there's this opportunity for us, even though they're not like attached to us anymore, figuratively or literally. There's this opportunity for us, but we have to take it. We have to know and take it. And I'm just going to share here for a minute that I really wish that that I had listened to this message when my kids were this age consistently. I did for a little bit, and then I got really lost in my own stuff, and I forgot for a long time. And thank goodness that I had a co-parent. My husband really filled in the gap there during that time. But I wish I had heard this and really let it land with me. So if you have kids this age, take advantage of the opportunity before they hit adolescence to strengthen that bond, because there will be a different dynamic. Not that you can't strengthen it in adolescence, you can, but there will be a different dynamic, and we'll get into that in another chapter. But for now, we're going to just bask in the 6 to 12 age. And please, if this resonates, or if you have questions, please feel free to comment. I would love to be here with you and for you in a way that I can't be there for my 10 years ago self. But it's all good. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And let's see. I was going to tell you about the Relational Parent Tool Belt. If you are interested in having some really cool tools, not too many, 7 tools at your disposal, it might be something to check out. And if you have questions about that too, you can DM me or write them in the comments, what have you. But I wanted to definitely let you know that that's something that I've put together. I've taken out of my group program to put out there so it's more accessible, because I really think that it's got the potential to help so many people. It's what I wish I had. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.